Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, you should review cartoon series, anime series, so stop it, completely random. And today I want to talk about a special project that is completely independent. It's called Marinette The Office AU. This is basically combining two completely IPs and mix them together. One is The Office, the UK version or the American version, whichever you prefer, and also the Marinette franchise. Both of them united as one as at least small independent project made for fans because they love both franchises. But the question is, can you do it right? Because usually that's kind of hard to do. Doesn't matter who you are. Even the big boys who do this constantly, like DC and Marvel Comics, they have their own crossover or specials or own version AUs. Usually falls apart at the very end or very beginning because the person they chose to write the project doesn't understand the original IP or didn't know how to make it click. But this one does, and that's the shocking part. It's one of those that he understood The Office and the Marinette franchise so well, you don't feel this was sort of like a lost episode or something like that because it was sort of sharply directed, smartly written, voice acted okay, but animation, even that it doesn't have a good animation. I mean, understand this is an independent project, so the animation is sort of kind of like the original Hanna-Barbera sort of cartoon art style that's sort of limited. You've seen the original cartoons of Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, it's sort of think of that, but sort of a kind of reality TV sort of point of view, like The Office, because they do that sort of compensate of the animation. But at the very end, it works because this show does not use that excuse. Oh, this is sort of a fan-made project, so give us a break. No, no, no. This is an independent project that we know what we're doing. These people who wrote this show, animate this show, has passion, and not just passion of the animation, passion with both different projects, The Office and Marinette, because it understood what both shows really is. It also does a lot of references of The Office, but instead of using the characters of Marinette. For example, Marinette got the job of The Office being in the front desk because she really wanted to be a fashion designer. But once more, you have to sort of work yourself to the bottom to the very top. So it makes sense she started in the office or front the desk, picking up, calling, and scheduling people's stuff. So she's like her first step to being in a fashion realist now with her. Finally, she's one step closer to her dreams. But I love it. They mix it up in a twist that when she actually finally gets the job, things sort of kind of seems odd. The more she keep working, the more she realizes the place she works could be where Mothra actually lives. All the stuff, everything she gets, it's just sort of more questions and trying to give sort of a mystery if does she work from Mothman. So more interesting is she started to talk to Adrian, the main manager of the group, who really is completely distant to everyone, but at the same time is so much fascinating. This Adrian version is the original Adrian, what the original creators of Marinette wanted to do, because the reason why they never used this version is because he was sort of dry, too harsh. It didn't make sense in Marinette fall love a guy like this. That's why it's sort of kind of, if you're a hardcore fan, you know this version, but never use it. In fact, they only use it as his cousin of the original Marinette franchise. And this one is decided why not use the original Adrian. In this original Adrian works super well because it's sort of distant, dry, cruel, but at the same time he tried not to be horrible. He tried to connect to people, but at the same time, you understand, if you understand the franchise, he's basically a puppet. His father controls him and dominates him. Thanks to Marinette and Adrian, kind of looking like something is off, especially Adrian knows his father is sort of could be Mothman, but doesn't really know how to confirm it. And on top of all this, Adrian doesn't know how to trust Marinette because she doesn't know she's a friend or enemy, especially his father is sort of around, always have a ear around the office. He's sort of kind of straining, but at the same time interesting because you see Adrian peeling, becoming more friendly, becoming more chummy, becoming more likable with the rest of the whole team. And that's why Marinette, the Office AU, intrigues me because he does both things. Does a mystery aspect of it, trying to sort of develop all the characters, also understanding where they're that sort of position in the first place and how they get out of it. All this is just so fascinating. The only complaint I have is that they're allowed to do sort of action scenes because it's sort of obvious the animation, they don't have the budget for it. If they do, they probably be broke. So yeah, that's the only complaint I actually have. But I do have good points. We love to see their original costumes of Marinette and Caronar, how they actually look like fully adults. That's a plus for me. I can't have the fight scenes, but I can see their costume, how they look like. I'm completely okay with that. All of that, I also enjoyed they about to introduce Lucas in the next part to be could be a rival with Adrian, the relationship of Marinette, and that could be more fascinating. I have so many questions which directions they gotta go to it. How Adrian gonna react could be hostile, could be more distant, could be broken, he become more evil, or nothing gonna happen. We don't know. This is trying to be The Office, so yeah, this could be fascinating. But I love it. They don't focus on just Marinette and Adrian. You also focus on the rest of the members in the team, and I just enjoy it. I won't ruin it if you've not yet seen it, but just go watch it. It's one of those AUs that actually scratch the itch you have. And like you want more of The Office, I recommend watch this AU because it does The Office justice. Even they now are using the original characters, but you don't know nothing about Marinette of that franchise, don't worry about it. You don't need to because it's just so well handled. You will not get lost. Of course, if you know nothing about The Office, don't worry. The scratch of Marinette franchise will satisfy you, and you don't need to know nothing about The Office. And that's what I enjoy. It's just so well handled. If you don't know none of them, you still enjoy it because it's just so well handled, well developed, and well paced. Now, I got really nothing else to say. Just one question: do you like this franchise? You like this AU? You hopefully the next part will be so great. Tell me down below. Let me know. I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.